Hello there, welcome back to our tutorial. Now we are going to create some few folders in our dating app folder. So you right click on that and go to new folder, and let's say CSS, and let's create another one. Right click, new folder, JavaScript or JS, then let right click on new folder, let's say model, or let's say processes. All right. Then let's right click on it again, new folder, and let's say icons. Then let's right click on it again, new folder. Let's name it as images or image files. So these are few folders that I want you to create under our dating app. So the new folders and few folders I want you to create under them. Once all these folders have been created, they are empty folders. There's nothing in them. Okay, so now you're going to continue with the app creation. The control panel, the XAMPP control panel, and then restart Apache and MySQL anytime you switch them off or you turn off your PC. Because once you turn off your PC, they will automatically go off. So when you switch them on, you have to go and start Apache web server, and then you click on start, then you click on what MySQL also start. And once this one is running, you go back and reload the page. Our dating app is running. At this moment, there is nothing that you have put on the page. So that is how it will look. It will look blank as it is. So for us to be able to continue with our development, there are a few things I want us to go and get from the internet. There are a few things I want us to get from there, especially, for instance, the image files that you use as a cache for the web page. So you go to Google, and enter let's say couples or dating images. Let's look at some of these images and see which one be the best. So let's go to Google Images rather, and then you brush through. Probably maybe you can use this one. For us not to be biased, maybe you should use one African, one black man will do. So let's look around. It doesn't matter. This is the startup page. It doesn't really matter. I just want us to get into that. Yes, this image is nice. It will fit for our page. So let me just save the image as. Then I'm going to browse to our site files. Okay, so I'll go to this PC, the XAMPP, and I'll go to HDocs, and I'll go to our dating app. You see, the files that we created over there should show over here. So there I'll go to images. Now say front page. Then I'll save the image. Let me look for a couple other images so that you have something like a slideshow when you come to our page. I think this one too is nice. Let me also save it. Then front page 2 is cool. Probably this one too. I'm just randomly saving images. I'm not front page. This is web file. I don't want web file. I want us to get something like a PNG or a JPEG file. I don't want us to go in for a web file. So you go straight through for the necessary pictures, something nice, catchy images for our front page. Yes, this is good. So front page 3. Let me save it, and that is good for now. So I think this is good for now. Let's switch back to our app and continue. So when you come back here, the refresh, you see our images in what? In the image files folder. You see our images in the image file folder. There is another important files folders under PHP development that is also quite very crucial. And so I want you to go back to the site dating app folder, and right click on it, and then create what folder. Then this include files. Okay, include files. Don't worry, you will understand as you code along. Encode this one, include file. There are certain files or functions that you may want to use them repeatedly, and these files should be in the include file, so that it can easily be shared among the pages. Okay, among the pages. So then at the include folder, right click on it and create new file, and let's name this file as nav.include.php. Okay, let's delete the HTML, nav.include.php, and this is an PHP include file. So when it comes to this end, it should delete anything in it. Okay, should delete anything in it. Then let's go back to the include folder. Right click on the include folder, new file, and let's say this file to be footer.include.php, and save this one too. Now that you have all these things set up, the first thing we are going to look at is how we are going to divide our sessions so that we can code these sessions in a way that you want it. So another thing I want you to do is right click on it and say new file. Go to file, new, then select CSS, then go to create. Okay, and then click on save, Ctrl+S, then go to CSS file, then say star, so say dating app CSS file. Okay, dating app CSS file. The name doesn't matter. I just want you to match what you are doing here. Then let's go to the JavaScript. Okay, so let's do another one for the JavaScript. Go to new file, then go to new, then JavaScript, then click on create, and Ctrl+X to save the file. Go back to the dating app folder, select JS, instead dating app JS file. Okay, and save that one too. So once you have all these files created, then we can move on to the next phase of our development. There are certain HTML tags called meter, and we're going to use that and enter meter. Okay, then chassis, okay, UTF-8, then meter, okay, then HTTP equiv x that UA dash compatible, then content IE dash edge equal edge. Okay, you have meter, then you have name, the most very important one, viewport, content, grade, device dash weight, then initial scale equal 1. Okay, and let's do that just beneath what the title. It doesn't matter where you put them, but I love separating the meta tags from my link file. So you're going to link our CSS file, which is here, that we created. At the moment, it is empty CSS file. So you're going to link them to our home page. So go to, there is a HTML tag that we say called what, link, then reference to what, star sheet, related to what, sorry, star sheet, then type is what, test CSS, then we have h reference and the path to where our CSS file is located, and select it CSS, then go to CS dating app CSS file. Okay, then we close the tag. Then we go back to another one, link. You have reference, because we are only using one star sheet. Then we go to script. We are going to link our JavaScript what file, type JavaScript test slash JavaScript. That's what we need. Okay, and the source is going to be, you browse to the source, which is what, the JS file that we just created in our app, and it is here. Okay, so you close the tag, automatically the closing tag will be added to it. Then you click on save. Then you click on save. All right. With everything, now we have linked our star sheet, which is dating app JS file.js, and this is here. We have linked our CSS file, then which is here. The JSS file is here, then our CSS file too is at the top here. Okay, we have our meter, the necessary metadata included here. As time goes on, you'll be adding more. So you are moving straight into the head of what? The body of our website, of the home page. Okay, the index.php file. So what are you going to do here? There is another HTML tag called div. Okay, and you will be using this a lot. You will be using this a lot. Okay, so this is a div element. Within the div element, you can have something called attribute, and within the attribute, you have an attribute called what? Class. Okay, class, and you are going to name this class container. You are going to name this class what? Container. Okay, and this class is where you linked our CSS element into what? Our code. So this container here has been added to this div element. So you are going back to our CSS file. Okay, then you are going to create an element there called container. Okay, and this is how you create a class in CSS with dot, then the name of the class, then two what? Closing, opening and what? Closing what? Bracket. And within this container, we have CSS what? Selections. Okay, we have CSS code. Sorry, our CSS code come in within what? This what? Container. Okay, so this is just that. And then we are going back again to create within the tag. We are going to create something called another div. Then you have a class called what? Row. Okay, and then this within this row, you go back to CSS, our CSS, then you create another class called what? Row. Then you put it down there. All right, and then you are going back again to our index file. I'm going to create something called column, a div element with a class called what? Column. Okay, like this, and then you close that, and then you are going to create three of these column, div class, and then column dash main, and then div class column. Okay, so if you are paying attention, you realize that this div element and this div element have the same class name. Okay, have the same class name, while the middle one has what? A different what? Class name. Don't worry about it. I'm going to show you what you'll be doing with them. So let's come to the CSS file and create our column class, and then we create our column dash main as main class. Okay, as that. So now that we have set our page in this manner, we are going to back to the home page, and just at the top of the container, we are going to create something called a nav. Then in this section, we are going to open a PHP tag. Okay, this is how we place a PHP file in an HTML document. This is how you place a PHP file in an HTML document. So this tag here, anything within this tag will be what? Output as what? A PHP format. So you go to there, then just go for PHP function, inbuilt PHP function called include, and then we specify the path of what? Our include file, okay, which is what? Include file. Then you have nav.include.php. Okay, have nav.include.php. So if you come to the include files, you have nav.include.php. So include file, the path to what? The include file that you want to put over here. And this is where you are going to put our navigational file. This is where you are putting on the navigational file. Then we come to just at the end of the container div, then you create another PHP. Open another PHP file. Then you also have to also say include. Okay, we have include files. Then we have filter.include.php. That is that. So this will output the filter of our page, and this will output what? The navigational element of our page. So this is just a simple setup I want us to do at the moment before we continue on with the rest of our code.